And we are live. Let's see how we do now. I switched to 1440p HDR. Let me know if you can hear me well now, if the stream looks good. Um, I've been trying to figure out how to get the afterburner numbers on screen. It depends on the game. Some games uh, show it, some games on stream, some games don't show it. It might have to do with borderless, full screen. I mean, go figured. I mean, it's yeah, it's difficult. So rely on my description. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. So right now, let me show you the settings I am using on this game. Um, I think this is a very good example. Um, Again, let me know if you can hear me well on this one. So we are using DLSS, this NVIDIA deep learning super resolution, which I really like, but it's very demanding. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to get a 5090 to see if I could, if this is possible, basically. And the answer is yes, it is. It is possible to use. So this is 5760 by 3240, but then I am using DLSS quality. Okay, so that takes it down to 3840 by 2160. That takes it down to 4K. I mean, it's like from 4K internally upscaling to this crazy high resolution. So of course, this is more demanding than 4K. Okay, significantly more demanding than 4K. But it looks amazing. It looks amazing. And this is a very blurry game. So I think it is a great example. And as you can see here, the settings are maxed out. Now, very interesting case here with this game. If I don't max out the resolution like that, I'm getting CPU bound in this game. So as you can see here right now, well, let me tell you, you cannot see it. I don't know why this game doesn't show the afterburner numbers, but I'm going to tell you. Right now, my GPU is at 89%, 89, 90%, and I'm getting 72, 74 frames per second in this case. So this is a great opportunity for frame generation. Now, I wish the game was not that demanding. For some reason, it is. But I have to say now, this is one of those cases where I feel like the 5090 is fixing the blurry game. This is one of those blurry games. I'm using the transformer model. Let me get this. I'm using the updated DLSS transformer model. So that improves things dramatically. But still, this game, even after that, at 4K DLSS quality, was still not looking as good as other games. Now, this looks absolutely unbelievable. I mean, performance is not good. Getting 72 frames per second. My GPU is at 89%. It goes up to like, when it goes up to like 100%, I'm getting 100 frames. So frame generation here should take me over 120. Or I would lock the frame rate and then use Game Motion Plus on my TV. And it will be amazing. Now, the thing is, you might think, well, you don't have to use this crazy high resolution. You can lower it. And yes, I can, and I tried that. I'm CPU bound. So if I lower this resolution, I'm still getting the same frame rate. So I much rather get all the eye candy, basically. And this was one of the reasons why I wanted to get a 5090. Blurry game, brute force pixels, and it just looks sharp like it's crazy. Again, I'm getting 90 frames, 94, 90 FPS. It goes down to 75, 74. That's minimum 74 frames. And it's because I'm CPU bound. The GPU is at 95%. So when I'm getting like 70s, let me see. When I get like 76, the GPU is at 91, 92%. So it's not like a big bottleneck, but it is there. Now, why? Probably look at how many NPCs we have here. I think it still should be better optimized than this. And of course, the streaming matters. But I tested this before the streaming, and it was not that great when it comes to the CPU bottleneck. But it looks unbelievable. Let me tell you, this, again, the sharpness that I see in front of me, not even if I stream at 4K, you can see this. This is just absolutely incredible. Like, I've never seen before. Okay, this is one of these things that you try and you get 10 frames and you wish you could play with this kind of fidelity, but you know there's no way. Well, that's the 5090. It allows you to do that sometimes. To get playable frame rate with those settings that you're like, yeah, there's no way this will move at all. It is too demanding. Now we're getting 90 frames, 72 down to 72, so it doesn't drop below 70. So again, perfect case for Game Motion Plus. Yeah, we started with Jedi Survivor, worst case scenario, because I wanted to show something. This is what I wanted to show: Jedi Survivor with DLSS and DLSS to fix the clarity of the game. Now, in that game, we had to lower some settings, but this was possible, and it looked absolutely amazing. So this is what I wanted to initially show. Similar example, blurry game, we fixed it. So I'm gonna test more games. Hopefully, it works, and hopefully we don't get any crashes. So Paperboy saying, "Hey Plasma, you turn the pixel shift off on the S90D?" I do, but I don't think a pixel shift is a deal breaker. If it doesn't bother you, I think it's a good thing because you are not losing brightness. It's only moving the frame a little bit, and that's bothersome to me. So you start seeing the corner of a window starts to disappear, going to the top, but if it doesn't bother you, I think it's the best anti-burning protection mechanism because you don't lose brightness. So it's the only anti-burning protection that makes any sense to me, and it's the only one I would use if it didn't bother me, but it does. So I protect against burning by just taking care of it, basically babysitting the TV. Yeah, that Jedi Survivor crashed the whole stream. Almost crashed the whole thing. I mean, it was using like 20 gigabytes of VRAM. But yeah, it's very unstable. Playing on the S90C or the small monitor. I'm playing right now on the S90D. The S90C is upstairs with the family for the living room. Man, the beginning of your 5090 unboxing live stream had me crying laughing when you was reaching to Jensen. Reacting to Jensen. That was a live stream. I did a whole live stream for the announcement. Live. We reacted. That was live. That was in real time. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting the G5 because I have no money. After the 5090, I have no more money for anything else this year. I just need to recover. Yeah. Nvidia pulled a scam with a 50 series, no doubt. I was expecting more performance. I mean, I didn't try the 4090, so for me it feels huge because, I mean, from a 3080 to a 5090 is just absolutely gigantic difference. Gigantic difference. I mean, I could not dream of this quality with playable performance. It's just amazing. Like, this game was one of these games that I was very unhappy with. And now I can actually lock the frame rate to 60, Game Motion Plus, or even use frame generation. NVIDIA has frame generation from the control panel. You can force it from the NVIDIA app. It is called Smooth Motion. You can 2x. But in my case, I will do a separate video about it. It is not, I don't think it's better than the Samsung Game Motion Plus at 60, from 60 to 120. I don't think it's better. Now, the best thing is you can set it from 72 to 144, and that makes sense. But the thing is, you're gonna lose a little bit of performance for your base frame rate. And with the TV interpolation, I don't lose anything. No performance lost. So it makes more sense for me because it is about the same quality, but I get better performance if I do the interpolation with the TV. So that's what I'm gonna do to play this game. It looks absolutely unbelievable with this many pixels. I love it. It's like, wow, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted when I was thinking on the 5090. And again, I'm getting CPU bottleneck, but it's not huge. 9800 X3D would fix it, but again, I have to wait for the 9800 X3D. I have to recover. Yeah, S90D. The writing was all over the wall, and people still drunk. Cool. Hey, these GPUs are not worth the cost. It depends, man. It depends. I think it all comes down to the games. Are the games worth it for you? That's the thing. So let's think about GTA 6. Probably the best game ever created. Is what I'm expecting. So, do you want to play GTA 6 as good as possible? Then it's worth it. See, now there's no games that you are excited about, and no games that you need more performance in comparison with the system you currently have. Then there's no need to do that. And that's why I was saying on the stream before this one, that I believe these game companies, they are, Nvidia is basically pushing it. It's, hey, ray tracing force that crap. So they have to update. They have to upgrade and get a better GPU. Just force it. Don't give them the option to turn it off. It's that simple. So yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, if there's a game that's worth it for you, go for it, man. I have screen burning on my QD OLED, bro. No. Which one do you have? The S95B? And what was the burning? What was the reason for the burning? Was it like a specific game, or was it TV watching, a TV show or something? Let me know. But yeah, I'm getting right now 86 frames, GPU at 98%. So it is 100% utilized in many cases. Right now it is 89 FPS. So it seems like all the NPCs, they were tanking the CPU. But again, hair, textures off the chart, and this is a blurry game. So this is a perfect example. Whoa. What was that? What is that artifacting? Why? I've never seen that before. Well, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is a perfect example where the 5090 can brute force your way out of the problem. When you can get this level of pixels. I mean, how can this be blurry? How can this be blurry, bro? Look at this. If this looks blurry, just your game is trash. Okay? We are upscaling from 4K to 5760 by 3240. From 4K to I think it's like 6K. Crazy. So it has to look good. I mean, it has to. So this is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Yeah, this game and Last of Us have issues. Actually, the Last of Us remaster or remake actually looks better than this. It's more demanding too. It is more demanding, but it looks better when it comes to the clarity. It looks a little bit better, especially with the new DLSS transformer model. It looks good. So we have 73 on the chat. Thank you very much for joining again. I mean, I wish that the initial stream was perfect, but we started with Jedi Survivor, so that was not a good idea. I upgraded from IPS to OLED, and it feels like upgrading to a new GPU because it looks so clean. The best investments I made this year. I mean, that's the first thing you should do. I mean, anyone thinking on upgrading the PC, first upgrade the display, man. If you have an LCD, don't upgrade the GPU. Upgrade the display. If you can do both, but the display is so much more important. And that's what I did. I first got the TV. This is the S90D. I had an LG C1, which was very good already, but I got this, first the S95C, then the S90C, then I got this S90D. And the improvement on the color saturation, the HDR impact, it's just brutal, man. It's just such a big difference. I mean, this game right now looks so colorful. It looks amazing. The colors, it's just absolutely fantastic. And it looks so correct. On this S90D, the calibration is god tier. BT 2020 on game mode, it looks so correct. That near black detail, the shadow detail, everything. It's just on point. The white balance looks so natural. This is the best natural, most natural display I've ever seen. So the display is so key. So key. I would highly recommend to wait for the S90F if you want to get a big QD OLED TV. Let's see if it's 144 hertz. That's a bummer. Unfortunately, the S95D has a matte finish, so that's a no-go. And it has the One Connect box and broken sound too, probably. So yeah, that's a no-go. We're gonna play this game a little bit to see how it looks. This game looks great, and then we're gonna jump in and open other games. Hopefully this time it works. I'm gonna open Lies of P too, see if it works well now. Let's see. Looking for a computer monitor. So, which PC do you have to see how much you can push. I think the entry level I would recommend is 1440p, 240 QD OLED. Those are, you can get those for like $500 discounted. That's great. To begin with, that's great. So 1440p OLED for around $700 now, I think. Yeah. So if you're gonna spend $700, go 360. Go 360 because once we get the CRT simulation working for every game, then it's over. We only need 60 FPS and you can enjoy your high refresh rate display. Did you get the 5090? Is it out of stock? Where did you get the 5090? Ben sent it to me. Someone sent it to me. Someone that watches the channel bought it and sent it to me, and I pay for it. So, I cannot thank him enough because there's no way I was gonna be able to buy the 5090. They don't exist. Almost impossible to buy. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to be, I'm not gonna be making videos like hyping this up. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I'll be honest. I'll tell you I'm telling you right now. This looks unbelievable. It's worth. This is what I wanted. Okay. But I'm not gonna be like making a campaign now. Oh, how amazing 5090 is. Of course, it's $3,000. It has to be good. So expensive. It has to be good. But what I want to share is the technology. Uh, how good is frame generation? How good is the official supported frame generation games? How good are the NVIDIA Smooth Motion? I want to compare that on a separate video with my Samsung S90D Game Motion Plus, the motion interpolation from my TV. I want to also compare lossless scaling with NVIDIA's Smooth Motion, just to share things about the technology itself. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is fantastic. Of course it is. I mean, this looks unbelievably good. But I'm not gonna. So what I'm saying right now is me glazing over NVIDIA. I mean, like, it can predict the future and all of that. Yeah, of course, I will say that when I do the frame gen the frame gen video, just because it's fun. But don't take it as me like, oh look, this is amazing, and you cannot get it, because I mean that's I mean, of course I have to make content with it. I'm down already $3,000. Hopefully the YouTube channel can help me recover a little bit. But I don't want to be like, I don't want to go on a campaign now like, oh, 5090. Like, you will not see. Actually, I'm gonna make like a couple videos, let's say 2-3 videos where I would have the 5090 on the title, but that's it. You will not see like the videos coming. If I talk about frame generation, I'm talking about frame generation, not the 5090. See, I want to talk about the technology, but not to be like, bragging about the 5090. So let me. Oh, for sure. I mean, there's no way. I mean, even if I stream at 4K, there's no way you can see. I mean, this is beyond 4K. It looks unbelievable. There's no way. I mean, this quality that I'm seeing on this game, I've never seen it before. So you cannot see this. No way. It's like 360. Like, there's no way I can show you 360. We are limited to 60 FPS. You have to rely on my description, basically. So let me read some of your. Let me see if I miss. Do you regret the purchase? I was wondering whether upgrading from 3080. Not at all. I'm very happy with it. Like, I am happier that I will show, basically. Because, again, I don't want to be like, oh man, this is fantastic. Of course it is. But let me tell you, if you have the cash and if you have the chance to get the 5090, the thing is, ask yourself, what are you looking for? Are you like me, that was looking at this game, 4K DLSS quality, looking like garbage, and you're like, man, other games look great. Like Ghost of Tsushima looks fantastic. I don't need to upgrade anything, but 3080 is fine. But then you play this and you're like, man, is this not the same? It doesn't look even close to Ghost of Tsushima. When it comes to the clarity of the game, if you are in that boat, or you wanna push 360 or even 500, now there's a 500 hertz QD OLED monitor coming. If that's you and you have the chance, man, get it, man. It's fantastic. The GPU is just a beast. Well, let me tell you, when I open, the initial unboxing stream, when I open High on Life, which is a game that runs with optimized settings, it runs like a dream, and it looks absolutely amazing already with a 3080. I didn't need a 5090 for it. Okay, let me make that very clear. I was happy with it. I was like, if every single game looks like this, I don't need a 5090. So again, it is all about the games. Are you happy with the games you're playing right now? Or do you want to play Black Myth Wukong and you think it looks like garbage, like me? Or maybe Monster Hunter Wilds. You're like, man, I really like that game, but who can play that crap? It's just so unbelievably blurry. It's a mess. It's not gonna 59 is not gonna completely fix it, but you know you're gonna get it as good as it can be. So yeah, get it. I don't regret at all. And again, I need more testing. The more I test the 5090, the more I like it. I mean, I just want to play it now. That's my thing. I just want to play it right now. I'm happy with this. I just want to play games right now. And I'm excited to even go and start the games from zero. Look, I've been playing Elden Ring for like 150 hours. And I was thinking, man, I don't want to finish this game. And it's going to look so much better now. I'm going to do the DLSS mod. And then use NVIDIA, then the mod to unlock the FPS. And then use NVIDIA Smooth Motion on top of that. I'm not sure the MFG override is not going to work. For the 360. Now for here with 144 FPS is enough. It's gonna look so good. I might want to play it again from the beginning. Red Dead Redemption 2, I beat the game already, but man, it looks now. So yeah, I might play it again. So I'm so happy with it. I cannot believe how happy I am. But again, I'm not gonna be making videos. I'm not gonna make a video telling everyone, oh, this is amazing, I'm so happy with it. No. Because why? You know, you cannot even buy the thing. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, but it is amazing. If you ask me, yeah, go for it. If you have the chance, get it. It can predict the future, bro. I think it's amazing. But yeah, I will definitely, you know, talk about the technology. Let me pause. So I have to pause to go to the chat. Yeah, I have to say a smooth motion doesn't play well with mods. Okay. I have to say the quality of the smooth motion from NVIDIA is not great. The frame generation is good. If the game supports frame generation, 2x is very good. And 3x is good too. I can see a defect, but it is good. Now latency, it's not like I might do better 2x, try to get a higher base frame rate by lowering the settings, which is always an option. So I much rather lower settings to get a higher base frame rate for the 360 monitor. For the TV, 72 FPS should be doable. So 72 FPS and frame generation 2x for the game should be doable, and it looks good. It looks good. Now, I much rather have 144 FPS, and the 5090 can give me that for sure on every single game. The problem is CPU. On this game, for example, I am CPU bound, so I cannot do that. So if I am CPU bound, it's okay. I go down to 72 and then double with frame generation. That makes sense. So yeah, that's what I am. But I have to say the NVIDIA Smooth Motion is not great. I think the Samsung Game Motion Plus might be, I'm not gonna say better in every single way, but might be better. Might be better. So that's disappointing. How can a TV interpolation be better than NVIDIA Smooth Motion? I'm gonna look at it under the microscope. It's not like I'm not 100% on that yet. I have to compare that more, but right now, underwhelming. I see the interpolation artifacts, I think, worse than with my TV interpolation. So yeah, let's see how that goes. But yeah, this right now, I've never seen this. I mean, this is better than what I was expecting when it comes to the quality. Okay, the quality, the sharpness, it is better. Of course, the FPS is not great. I'm getting 96, 97 FPS, and it goes down to 70, okay? That's not great. You don't get a 5090 to play at 70 frames per second. But this, with frame generation, is doable, and it looks unbelievable. It's gonna look unbelievable. So yeah, let me go read the chat. How is the HDR looking? How's the stream looking? Is it stuttering? Let me know how is the sound. I need to nail the settings so I can do this better. Right now we have 104 people in the chat. Thank you very much for checking the stream, man. Yeah, the NVIDIA has what I'm talking about. The NVIDIA Smooth Motion is universal frame generation. It's 2x. So it is very cool. You can use it on every game. Now, there are some games where it doesn't work actually. Like some games, when I open the NVIDIA app, it tells me the game not supported. And I have no settings, no options whatsoever. So it doesn't work for every game, but the game doesn't even need to support DLSS for it to work. So that's a great thing. So yeah, I like it. I like to have the option. Again, some people are very negative when it comes to frame generation, fake frames, and rightfully so, because NVIDIA is misleading. They are telling you, oh, that's performance. That's not performance. Okay. That's not performance. Especially after you try, the thing is, 60 FPS is not good enough. So when you go from 60 to 120, there is a huge difference, and anyone is gonna be okay on taking the input lag penalty because the improvement in motion is so big. Now, when you try 240, 360 and beyond, real frames, now you go down to a lower base frame rate because you have higher settings or something to use 3x frame generation, you realize that is not performance. Okay, it doesn't feel even close. I'm telling you, when I opened High on Live and I was getting 360 frames per second, and the 5090 was at 60%, that feels brutally fast. That's performance, okay? Not like from 123x to 360. That still feels good and it looks very good, but that's not performance. Okay, so people are negative about frame generation because NVIDIA is misleading, and they are calling that performance. And then you have some of these developers, sometimes when showing the system requirements for the game, showing you frame generation on. 60 FPS with frame gen on, and you're like, no, frame generation is not for 60 FPS. Okay, that's not the purpose of the technology. So the technology earns a bad reputation because they are advertising it in a wrong way, in a way that's not the intended purpose. It's not to fix optimization issues. The developers should not be targeting 60 FPS is fine because they can use frame generation. Oh, wrong. 60 FPS is not fine. Try to make your game run as fast as possible. Then on top of that, we use frame generation and we get it incredible when it comes to motion. Okay? So it is great to have it as a tool, as an option. It doesn't mean, because I like frame gen, that doesn't mean, oh, if you don't use frame gen, you're crazy. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You should turn it on for every single game. No, that's not right. That's just doesn't. It's not what I think at all. So I'm going to open. Actually, I'm gonna open Remnant from the ashes. No, the thing is, I would have to do a stream for the 3X. I'm gonna have to do a stream with the 360 monitor. if I start changing settings, changing TV here, it might crash on me. So I'll do a separate video about it with the 360 monitor, and I will show you the latency numbers with the NVIDIA overlay numbers. But basically, 3x, I was getting like 30 milliseconds. And when I go down to 2x, I was getting like 20 milliseconds. But I'm saying like close to 300 FPS or 360. So if you get 360 FPS and it was like 28 milliseconds with 3x, that's good. It looks amazing in motion. But you get some artifacts and it doesn't feel as responsive. But it's good. And I want to use 3x, but it's not performance. Okay, not even close. So Eyes of P. Okay, let's go with Eyes of P. Let me hopefully we're gonna close this game and Lies of P is gonna work right? So let's try it. Okay, so for Lies of P, I'm going to I'm gonna close this one. Let me try to open Lies of P, and I'm gonna turn on the HDR from the game. Let me go. Let's see if we can beat that Guardian. Let's see if we can beat that boss. Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank looks incredible. One of the most beautiful games. I agree. Now let's see if we can get Lies of P working now. So Lies of P is borderless. And I have this super high resolution. Let me lower my desktop resolution. Oh, that's okay. Let me see if this works. Okay, so I got a black screen. I'm not sure how that's looking on stream. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got the game full screen now. Let me change the settings in game to be the same as I have at desktop, so I can go in and out and use borderless to go in and out of the game. So I have borderless screen mode, and let's see if I can use HDR with borderless here. Okay, let me see. We have HDR off. Let me turn it on. Boom, it works. So now, look at this. This is a good optimized game. This game is well optimized. It runs very well, and it looks very good. Let me go display that. We got Lies of P. Let me go. Let me open the game and then I'll show you the settings. Let me change. Okay, good. So let me see if you can see the overlay. No, for some reason the overlay is not showing. Okay, but let me show you the settings, and I'm gonna narrate basically the afterburner numbers so you see what we're getting here. So let me show you the settings I'm using for this game right now. Again, 5760 by 3240. That's NVIDIA DLSS 2.25x of 4K. So 2.25x of 3840 by 2160. And then I'm using DLSS quality at the same time. So what that means is we go from 4K up to that resolution, which is like 6K, I think. And why we do that? Because it looks very sharp. It looks amazing. And the settings, the rest of the settings we're using are maxed out. Which again, I would tweak it to get a higher frame rate. And actually, we can try that. but that's what we're going for. And the game right now, it is running at 110 frames or 110, and the GPU is maxed out 98%, so I'm not getting CPU bound here. I'm getting over 100 frames, 106 now, 104. So we're gonna get over 100 frames with this kind of fidelity. Okay, that's unbelievable. I mean, when I look at this bonfire thing right here, my God, I've never seen that bonfire look that sharp. That's unbelievable. And the other thing is the hair. Look, when I look at the hair here, it's not perfect. The hair is still a little bit pixelated. So what that tells me is what they did with the hair is wrong. They have to get more pixels for the hair because we have an insanely high resolution and the hair is still pixelated. So it makes no sense. They have to improve the hair rendering on this one. Of course, a normal viewing this is not a big deal. The game looks super sharp, but you get the idea. Let me see if I can jump out of the game for the content. Oh, I'm gonna tell you also actually I didn't include the power draw settings because the power draw settings cost a little bit of performance when you enable it. I watched a video, someone shared with me a video because I was always showing the afterburner numbers with the power on it, and someone shared a video that showed that costs a little bit of performance sometimes, so I didn't enable that. What about native 4K DLSS quality? I want to see 300 FPS. So I would have to, yeah, basically how high it can go. Let me lower the change it to full screen, and then lower the resolution. So I'm gonna go full screen on the game. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I mean, this changing settings in live might be a problem. Let's see. Go 4K now. Let's see if we have no issues with it. Okay, good. 4K. Now I have to remove the FPS cap that I have with Riva Turner. Let me remove the FPS. Oh, but the thing is, I'm using VSync. I would have to turn off VSync to see how high it would go. Basically, is what you want to see. So if I remove the cap here, let me see if I can turn off, because I have VSync forced on the NVIDIA control panel. So let me turn it off here on in-game. I would have to use fast sync at least. Yeah, so right now I'm getting 138 frames, which is the cap because of VRR and VSync that I have on the control panel, and the GPU is at 63%. 63%. So assuming we are not CPU bound and we can stretch the GPU up to 100%, we would get 35% more frames. So 35% of 100 is 35, and 35% of 35 is 1. So it'll be like 36 more frames. So it'll be like 170 something, like 180 frames. But let's see. Let me see if it doesn't. I think this might crash everything. If I'll try it, man. If it crashes, well, whatever. We'll try it again. So let me go, and I'm gonna go and turn off VSync. I'm gonna use fast sync. I think with fast sync we can go beyond the refresh rate. So if it goes beyond, you should not get screen tearing, but it would improve the latency, I think. Let's see. I don't remember. There's been a while since I used something that's not VSync. So let me try fast sync, and let's see if it works without me having to restart the game. So I'm turning on fast sync right now on the NVIDIA control panel. Now, let's see if it works. Let me... So you're saying... So let me turn... let me close the game because I'm still getting 138 FPS. Let me... Oh, because... Okay, well, let me turn it off. Let me close the game and open it again, basically. So let me see if this works now. I'm gonna open the game again. We have fast sync on the NVIDIA control panel. Did you disable GPU monitoring MSI? It causes stuttering. So I have the MSI number. Okay, this worked. This worked now. So we're getting in the menu right now like 360 FPS. Let me present this to you so you can see this. Let me get into the game so it doesn't crash. It's loading right now. Let me change the settings before I present. Go borderless so I can go in and out. Then let me go. Yeah, we're getting like 286 frames. Let me see once I get into what is working right now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you're right, like 220 frames. You're right on the money. 220 frames, and then GPU is at 94%. So we're getting bottleneck like about 210. Let me get my face out of the way. So this would be a very inefficient way to improve the latency. With fast sync, basically you allow the game to go beyond the refresh rate of your display for the sole purpose of improving latency, the render latency, but you don't get screen tearing. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I am wrong. You don't know what fast sync? We're gonna break the GPU with fast sync. So this is something very old. It has always been there. So you go to the NVIDIA control panel and there's an option of VSync on, VSync off, or fast sync. Okay, let's see. Don't fix the camera, please. What are you referring to? Okay, so let me jump in here. Don't fix the camera, please. I don't know what you're referring to. Fast sync is still sync, yeah. Yeah, it is syncing, but up to, so basically your display will get no tearing, basically. That's the idea. You get no tearing, but you get lower latency. But it is like a waste of power for the sake of improving latency. And it is a shame. It's basically, if I can get 220 FPS, why do I have a 144 hertz display? It's like a waste. Because if I had a 240 hertz 4K, then I would get the motion improvement too, not only the latency improvement. So yeah, I'm playing on the S90D QD OLED. Yeah, the thing is, I have the MSI Afterburner numbers enabled, but for some reason, some games don't. I have to figure out the settings. Some games don't want to show the. Let me see if the NVIDIA overlay shows. No, it doesn't show either. For some reason, it doesn't want to show on stream. So I have to describe it to you. Some games do show the MSI numbers, some games don't. So right now, my GPU is at 71 Celsius, 94%. I'm getting 220 frames. And yeah, so I'm a little bit CPU bound, but almost there, basically. But of course, I would not do this because my TV goes up to 144 hertz. So this is like a waste of resources. But because George asked me, hey, what about, see how far it can go. In case you have a 4K 240 hertz monitor, you want to know, okay, how far you can go in this game. 4K, you're going 4K, DLSS quality, which is not 4K, but you get the idea. DLSS quality, you can basically get a max out settings. Of course, I would lower the settings, would lower the shadows, the usual stuff, and get a much higher performance. Basically, get it locked. Like right now, I'm getting 240. It jumps up, of course, when it gets less demanding, and then the CPU bound. I'm getting like GPU is at 88, 89%, 240 FPS. So I've been stuck in this bus for a while. Of course, what happens to me is that I play multiple games at the same time, so then I get rusty. That's what happens. So I play multiple Souls-like games at the same time. The timing is different, and then on top of that, I'm changing the settings. So I lose the parry timing, for example. Okay, I got it right now. I got it back. But that makes it more difficult to beat. I got it. And this boss is like I have to stagger him. It's like a bullet sponge. You can beat it again and again, and it doesn't lose a health. You have to stagger him. I'm just trying to recover the parry timing. After this one, I'm gonna open High on Life to see how far it will go. How far it will go with, because that's a game that looks absolutely amazing. But let's see how far it will go with at 4K. With DLSS. Oh, I made a mistake. You see, I hit this guy and you do nothing to him. You have to stagger him. And keep doing perfect parries all the time. Perfect parry, perfect parry. Oh, made a mistake. Yeah, it's tough. I've been fighting with this guy for a while. Yeah, made a mistake. But yeah, this game looks great. And it performs very good. I mean, this kind of games, that's not the reason why I got a 5090. I was happy with my 3080 playing this game. No problem at all. It looks better. But this was not why. There was no pain and suffering with this game, other than losing a lot with this, with this guy. I mean, this is the only boss in the entire game I've been stuck. Like the rest of them, every time I try, I might die a lot, but I was able to overcome it in the same day. This boss, for some reason, I am not doing it right. Of course, this is not a great attempt. I'm speaking and looking away, but yeah, there you go. We die. You can dodge him and hit him. Yeah, I know I can dodge. I was trying to recover the parry time. This game doesn't have dual sense haptic, unfortunately. Would love to see run Bloodborne 4K, man. I hope it's coming. I hope it's coming. So yeah, this game basically 4K with a 5090, 4K DLSS quality. You get 240, up to 240, at least here. In some cases, you might get a little bit higher, but of course, we can always lower the settings. If I go and use more, which is what I would do. The only place where I would max out the settings is if I'm CPU bound. Otherwise, I would just lower the settings, lower reflections, lower this volumetric fog, which might be killing the performance. Post-processing, these kind of things. Visibility, no, that might be draw distance. I don't want to lower draw distance. But things like that. Shading also, I don't want to lower that too much if I don't have to. Let's see if it improves. Oh, this is the same, 220 frames. Performance didn't move at all because I'm CPU bound, basically. GPU is at 94%. So, yeah, if I'm CPU bound, it's not going to go any higher. So let's go, before we close the game, let's go low settings here. See how high we go. Which we don't need to, of course. 282 frames, 285 frames, and the GPU is at 86%, 91%. So maybe a good strategy is to do that, just lower everything, and then start, of course, increase the texture. We need that texture, the visibility. Let's see how that looks. Performance still the same, but now the GPU utilization is 93%. So I'm getting 280 frames per second. So then I could start increasing. This doesn't make any difference because we're using DLSS. So anti-aliasing is not going to affect anything. We're using DLSS quality anyway. Of course, shadows, get it up to high. Post-processing can stay in low. That just makes... The post-processing things are not my thing. Effects quality, let's just set it to high. Vegetation, there's no vegetation here, so there shouldn't be any difference. Reflections, this volumetric fog might be a killer. So now I'm getting 262, so the performance dropped like 15, 20 to 20 frames. And the GPU utilization is still 92, 93%. So it seems like one of these settings that we increase is affecting the CPU too. So, but yeah, this is a perfect case scenario. Frame generation, use, use frame generation on this one. I think it can max out the refresh rate. But again, I don't have a 240 4K display yet. So for me, it was better to use the DLSS with this. So before I close the game, do you want me to test anything else? Since you're on DLSS 4, try balance or performance mode. We're still good. We're still good on transformer. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I can go down to balance. And then I can just, not have any of these super low settings. And now I'm getting 260, and the GPU is at 91%, 91, 94%. So 91% to 70, 94% to 75. So let's see if I go back to high, see if the GPU can get utilized, because more pixels don't affect the 260 to 58, GPU at 96%. About the same. So yeah, this is a good one. But again, I cannot see it because my display is 144, so it doesn't. Lock it to 240, then use a smooth motion or lossless scaling. That would be insane. Lossless scaling might cause an issue if I use it. Let me try it. me try lossless scaling. Let's see if the game doesn't crash. Of course, this is just to see how far it would go, because you know, I'm already beyond what I can see with my display. So I would love to have a 360 hertz 4K QD OLED. That would be amazing, but we are far away from that, I think. At least for TVs. Monitors, yeah, monitors, it should happen soon. But for TVs, we're far from that, it seems. We are at 165. Probably next year, we should get 200. After 165, we should get 200. So that goes down to 5 milliseconds of persistence. Then 240 will be 4, 363, then 482 milliseconds of persistence, then 1000, 1 milliseconds of persistence. So I think that should be the way. So I have I have lossless scaling open right now. Let me turn off sync, HDR support on, draw FPS. Let me see if that shows on the game. I'm going to use lossless scaling 3, 2x fixed, and let's see what happens. Of course, I can use the NVIDIA instead. But let's see. We're going from 260, boom. From 260 down to 130. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I went from 260 to 130 to then go up to 260. You know, it doesn't make any difference, any sense. It's not. You cannot see it here. Let me see if I go back. Let's see if I go back to the game. See if you can see that overlay. No. For some reason, the overlays are not showing. But yeah, this lossless scaling right now in this case makes no sense. It doesn't. It's only. I think it's better used when you're CPU bound, to just get those last frames, or maybe to get a locked frame rate with the adaptive frame generation. But yeah, you lose basically all the performance you gain, you're losing it. So you need a second GPU for that. So for the second GPU, I need a PCI Express extension, and I need a motherboard that, basically with my motherboard, if I use a second GPU, then I lose the performance of the main GPU, because I go down to 8x. So that's not good. So, and I don't have space for a second GPU. So I was thinking about it. To use the 3080 as a second GPU, I'm gonna use the vertical mounting bracket that came with this case outside the case. So I'm gonna have like a support for it so it doesn't move. And then I need a PCIe extension to go out for the 3080. But of course, that's gonna be in the future. Once I get the faster CPU with a better motherboard for that, I'm gonna try it. It's gonna be cool. Can you imagine that? We have 5090 PC and that 3080 outside. That would be crazy. Of course, I might just try it and see if it makes sense, or if I get anything better. Otherwise, I just not use that at all. So I'm gonna try another game. Yeah, I'm using OBS for the stream. Let me read some of your comments, and then I'm gonna jump to a different game. FriendGen with VSync is giving stutters for a lot of people. Yeah, I'll look into it. I have to try it more. I tried, it was perfect. On the 360 hertz monitor, it was perfect. From what I remember. But maybe it depends on the game. Gonna wait until next year to get the 60 series. Next year? That might be like 2 years, 3 years away. But yeah, If you wait, you're gonna get something better, that's for sure. Do frame generation match your FPS? Would be interesting. So let me open a game that has frame generation. Let me close this one. Let me open. You know what's a perfect game to open? I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm gonna try. Let me close slice of P. Close this. I'm gonna try. Let me see. I have a bunch of games here. A game that has frame generation. Well, Spider-Man likes to crash a lot. Spider-Man is a crasher. So, but it has frame gen, so I could try it. But it likes to crash a lot. Let me try Miles Morales instead. This one crashes less. Let me try these. I'm gonna try with Fast Sync 2, so we can go beyond the refresh rate. I'm gonna try DLSS quality with frame generation, and let me see. We're gonna go full screen, which is borderless on this one. We have some the settings I was using before. Oh, ray trace reflections. Why is this on by default? I had this turned off. That was NVIDIA, because they want to show the graph that, oh, everyone is using ray tracing. Of course, if you're forcing it. Every time you update the drivers, they're like, hey, you want to, if you make a mistake, boom. And you say, yes, optimize my games. They just turn it on. I remember saying no to that. Why did they force this on? Because they want to show the statistics that everyone is using. Ray tracing. Look at the statistics. There's 90% are turning on ray tracing. Of course, if you're forcing it, they have no choice. They have to go and turn it off after they open the game, if they are not too careful. So we have frame gen on. Now I'm gonna go to the NVIDIA app, and I'm going to, but again, the thing is, there's no point on using frame generation if I cannot see how good it looks, because I'm going beyond my refresh rate. But yeah, I will just tell you how many FPS I'm getting, but it's not. Let me just do 2x. Let's do 2x, and then I can turn it off in game, so I can get it looking. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this works. We have 82 on the chat. Thank you very much for checking the stream. Yeah, a lock 240 works very well, especially with NVIDIA's, and I tried it in Remnant. With NVIDIA frame generation, let me get this game up and running, and then I'm gonna open the game. Let me see if it's working right first, so it doesn't crash OBS or anything. Let me. Okay, everything looks good. Oh, let me turn off the music, because this music, sometimes they have copyright. They might take down the stream or something. Okay, and I don't like the music on this game anyway. They messed it up. It was perfect. With the Amazing Spider-Man, we had classical music. They just did this hip-hop thing that it's like washing out the art. They messed it up. Now let me get this game captured. It is loading right now. Let it finish loading. It might be compiling shaders or something, because I have not opened this game since I updated the drivers. So let it finish loading, because right now I'm getting like 9 FPS on the menu loading the game. Not sure if it was compiling shaders or something. Okay, let me read your comments, see what we got. Yeah, we need a second GPU. Yeah, lossless scaling, the performance penalty is a deal breaker. With a second GPU, it might be great. It will also be very interesting to know if AMD frame generation from the control panel works with a second GPU. That'll be amazing. Can you imagine green team and red team working at the same time? That would be crazy. I get a 9070 XT as a second GPU for frame gen. If that works, it will be amazing. To try at least. I think it would be very, very, very interesting. Do you know if that works? To have an AMD GPU as a second GPU for AMD's frame gen? Yeah, lossless scaling can look terrible sometimes. There are some cases where it makes sense. Very specific cases. I wonder if lossless scaling can be used on an iGPU plus GPU combo, maybe? But the thing is, the iGPU is not gonna be powerful enough. Now, this game is taking forever to load. It is definitely compiling some shaders or something, because it never takes this long to load. So let it do its thing. Once it loads, then we'll go in. Save the money. In 2 years, they will make a GPU with a lot more superpowers and AI cores. The more you buy, the more you save. Loss scaling 2x is usable, but 3x is above nightmare fuel. The NVIDIA 3x is okay. I have to test it in more games, but I was testing it in Remnant 2 and it was okay. On the 360 Hz monitor, I was getting 360 FPS. Now the thing is, unless I'm CPU bound with a 5090, I can get closer to 300 with 2x and better latency. So it is a decision of, do I want 360 locked or very, very close to it for the most part, or do I want 320 or 310 with better latency? Over 300 is already good. So the thing is, once you get good motion clarity, then the consideration is, okay, do you feel the latency? Then try to improve the latency instead. The Spider-Man keeps loading. I don't see any progress actually. This might crash. Let me see. Oh, no. It wasn't pause, actually. It wasn't pause. Okay. So I am getting 200. I'm getting 220 FPS. This is with 4K. Okay, let me present the game. Wait. Oh, I see. Every time I alt tab out, it pauses the game. That's okay. Let me get the game on screen. Let's go. So I should show the game. Let me get my head out of the way. I'll get better at this. We're gonna get better at this. Okay, so the MSI afterburner numbers are not showing on your end. So let me tell you, we are getting right now 199 frames. I mean, like close to 200 frames. The GPU is at 93%. And this is 4K DLSS quality. And here are the graphics, very high, but no ray tracing. And I have this set to high, so it's not maxed out. The game is not maxed out, and I am using frame generation on. So if I lower this to like balance, it doesn't improve too much. I mean, like 222, 236. But the quality is not great. Is this a... Maybe this is not the transformer model. Let me make sure I'm using the transformer model. Wait. I think so, because I dropped the... Let me do this to make sure I'm using the transformer model. I'm gonna lower the DLSS to ultra performance to see if that absolutely sucks. Then I'm probably not using the transformer model. But if it's acceptable, the sharpness is acceptable, then I am. Oh yeah, this I mean, I'm not so sure. It kind of sucks. And I'm getting 230 FPS, so it's not improving the performance. The GPU is at 92%, 91%, so I'm getting GPU bound. So lowering the resolution here doesn't help too much. So I think for my case, I might just want to not even use frame gen, of course, because I have 144 hertz only. Just do the DLSS quality. See what we're getting here. Getting 155, 146, 140. So that's what I need for my monitor. 124. So it drops below 140 actually. So of course, but I'm also streaming. Maybe if I'm not streaming, it will be 140, 144 locked. It would be better. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this one. So the game pauses when I jump out of it. This game gets like 130 FPS only. It doesn't matter what you change. Oh really? That's what I see really. Like it doesn't matter what I change. Like I tried ultra performance and it doesn't improve anything. That's crazy. So right now let me see. 145, 136, 145, 160, 153. So let me see if I lower the... I should get CPU bound. So this is DLSS quality. If I lower this to ultra performance, it's still the same. 150, 123. But now I'm CPU bound. Now the GPU is at 80%. 122, 115, 118. Yeah, I am GPU bound. So I think maybe for this game, it is not absurd to go for higher resolution. For example, do DLSS quality and then do this. Let me go exclusive full screen and then go high resolution and then use frame gen. I think it makes sense from 72. Let's see if the stream doesn't crash when changing to this resolution. Okay, we go. We get... Oh, now we're getting 133 frames. And this looks like, my God, like super, 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 super sharp. Yeah. But I might lower this because I'm still not locking the frame rate. So GPU is at 98%, so that's good. So, but I prefer to be able to lock the frame rate. So I might do lower. I might do this one. 5120 by 2880. Because the thing is, after you enable the DLSS resolution, it doesn't really matter that well. It crashed. The game crashed. It says because I have out of date drivers. This game is a crasher. But yeah, that would make more sense because after you enable what I was saying, it doesn't really matter too much to increase the DLSS to the highest one. If you just enable it, like 1.78x, it's okay. Are you getting black screens when I change the resolution, or do you can still see me, or is the capturing stopping? What capture card are you using? No, I'm not using a capture card. I do have an Elgato capture card, but I had to remove it because the 5090 is so big. It goes beyond the second PCI Express, so I had to remove the Elgato. I need a second PC now to use the Elgato capture card, and that's the best anyway. So at some point I will have a secondary PC for the channel to do streams and all these kind of videos. But yeah, for now I have to contend with this. So let me, the game crashed, so let me open it now and change the settings before I enter into the game, so we know already what we want. Actually, let me also lock the frame rate to 144. So 144, and then I'm going, let's see what this game, Spider-Man. So let me open the game now with the resolution. So 5120 by 2880 DLSS quality and frame generation. That should give me a 144 locked, and it should look very good. Let's see. Oh, now I see if the game is on screen. Not yet. Okay, so good question here. Let me go. What is the purpose of DLSS when you are already at 4K? So the thing is, we are not at 4K. That's the problem. So when you have 4K resolution, the game has a lot of assets and textures and things that are not 4K. They are well below 4K. So when you go beyond 4K, you can get it closer to the real thing. But these games today are not 4K. That's the problem. And of course, we can get. So let me see. Let me go continue here. So the thing is, we can still get a better quality. So even if it was 4K, DLSS was designed to get better than 4K looking. So get it looking as close as possible to 8K, but with much better performance. That was the goal. So for example, if you have a 1440p display, well, the game crashed, man. Let me not go out of the game. Oh, I know why, because I have to set it to borderless before I open the game. So let me do that. When it's in exclusive full screen, it's gonna crash if I try to go in and out of the game. So I'm gonna set it to full screen, and this should be fine now. Let's see. So yeah, that's the thing. NVIDIA DLSS, if you have a 1440p monitor, 4K, so 2.25x of 1440p is gonna be 4K. But that 4K is less demanding than if you have 4K and a 4K screen. It doesn't look as good, though. 4K on a true 4K screen is gonna look better, but it is more demanding too. So I think it's a good thing to have. So now we have the game back on. Let's go in. Let's see if we're getting that locked 144. Okay, let's see now. 130 locked. Yeah, this is a VSync thing. Let me turn off VSync here. It doesn't let me turn off because yeah, it's not 144 because it's locked to 130 because of ultra low latency and all that stuff. Let me see if I can turn that off. Yeah, this is reflex probably was causing that. Let's see. No. Still 130. And the thing is, those last frames are important for force to on or on plus boost. Well, it should be able to lock. I mean, I just have to change the settings with the VSync and all the stuff. Ultra low latency on the NVIDIA control panel, that might be the problem. So right now I'm getting 130 FPS, but the GPU is at 77%, 76. So basically what this means is that with these settings, I should be able to play the entire game locked 130 or even locked to 140 or 144. So that's a good experience. That's actually a good case for frame generation. 2x, just to guarantee you get a locked frame rate, and the input lag feels okay. It could be better if I use with the RTSS. If I use, let me see if it makes a difference here. Instead of async, if I use NVIDIA Reflex on RTSS, let me see if that improves anything. Well, actually it does, and now I go up to 144 by doing that. I don't know why, but that's what I'm talking about. Now I have 144 FPS, the GPU is at 90%, 86, 90%, and the input lag is better. So don't sleep on that option. With RTSS, even when you have NVIDIA Reflex on the game, it can make a difference. So enable Reflex there. It's not going to give you the same smooth frame time. It's gonna be a little bit worse, more unstable, but it's gonna improve the latency in many cases. Definitely, if the game doesn't support Reflex, it works very well. But now even here, it works very well. So I like it. I like it. I have no screen tearing. The game is looking incredible. I mean, the sharpness of the game is great. You see one of those trees. These trees right here. They look very, 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 very clean. Very, very detailed, the trees. So yeah. DLSS is the best thing NVIDIA has ever put out, straight from the future. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Actually, this is one thing I'm going to mention for sure when I make the video about the 5090. With the 5090, you can now, I mean, probably the entire 50 series lineup. But Hardware Unboxed made a video and he mentioned the 5090 only, so I'm not sure if it's a 5090 thing only. But now you can use DLSS with DSC enabled. So if you have a TV, one of these TVs with DSC, display string compression, or monitor, for example, my 360 hertz monitor is 360 with DSC. So if you have that, you cannot use DLDSR unless you have a 50 series GPU. Now with the 50 series GPU, that was fixed. And if I remember correctly from the Hover Unbox video or Monitors Unbox, I don't remember which one it was, Tim. He said that it was resolved as a byproduct of the change. It's not that they tried to fix it. It got fixed because the 50 series GPUs have something different. I don't remember the bandwidth of the port or something like that. Like the problem got resolved, but not because NVIDIA tried to resolve that problem. It got resolved as a consequence of the improvement or something like that. So yeah, confirm. DLDSR works on the 5090 even with DSC on. And that is great. That's a great thing. I mean, I can use my 360 hertz monitor with DLDSR and frame generation and all of that up to 360. Before, to use DLDSR, I had to turn off DSC. And if I do that, then I am 240 is the maximum. I cannot go up to 360. I was capped to 240. So that's a big deal. For example, if you have an S95C, turning off DSC and trying to delete the resolution of that doesn't work because of the One Connect box, this makes a big difference. Still, I'm not sure. You're probably not gonna be able to remove the 4096 by 2160 resolution on the S95C because of the One Connect box, but maybe you can now with the 50 series. I don't know. It'll be good to test. It probably has to do with the native DisplayPort 2.1 connector. Yeah, I think it has something to do, from what I remember from the video, with the bandwidth of the changes that happen. RT reflection is very good in this game. Let's try it. Okay, let's try to turn on ray tracing. Okay, you might think, well, this guy has a 5090. He doesn't want to turn on ray tracing, bro. Why? Well, let's try it. 144 FPS with frame generation. Okay, GPU right now is at 80%. Okay, well, let's try to turn on ray tracing. First of all, the game might crash just by turning that crap on. But let's turn it on. I mean, I get it. It looks better in some areas, but the performance just is very bad. So let's turn on ray tracing, max out, and see what we get. 5090. Okay, if I cannot max out ray tracing with a 5090, I mean, it's designed for it, right? I mean, I would say ray tracing is a scam if it doesn't work on a 5090. Okay, let's see what we got. So we got 115 frames per second, and the GPU is at 91, 92%. So we are CPU bound still, but we're getting over 100 frames. That's okay. Okay, I accept. I accept ray tracing here. Okay, I accept it because I can. No, the thing is, if I lower the resolution, I'm CPU bound. So the CPU bound, I mean, GPU's at 97%, 95%, and I'm getting 105, 107. Again, I promise you, I'm gonna make another stream, and next time I'm going to figure out how to get the afterburner numbers showing up on stream. I don't know why they don't show. Actually, let me see if this game has like an FPS counter. I don't remember. Like other games have the FPS counter option. Actually, the Uncharted game has that option. I forgot about that. I don't see that. Also, let me lower the... Let me lower. Oh, no, wait. I wasn't full screen. So full screen, this was 4K probably. Let me lower this to 4K. See if it makes any difference in the performance. It does. So I was at the higher resolution. So 3840 by 2160. So this is 4K. No, it's the same. No. It's the same because I'm CPU bound. So the thing is, right now, 4K DLSS quality with max out RT. Actually, let me max out all the settings, because if you're gonna max out ray tracing, you have to. Doesn't make any sense if you don't max out the rest of them. If we're gonna do that, then we go all the way in. We go all the way up. So actually, this one is better looking. The SSAO, very low. Traffic density high. Actually, no, high is the maximum. Oh, this was the maximum. LOD, yeah, this is the maximum. Yeah, it is maxed out. Yeah, game is maxed out right now. Max out ray tracing. Let me see if we have an ultra by chance. No ultra setting. No. Okay, so game is maxed out. 4K DLSS quality with frame gen, and I am getting 109 frames per second. Of course, you can now on the NVIDIA control panel, you can override the frame gen and do 3x. Maybe if I do that, the GPU utilization will go higher, maybe. So then if you have a higher refresh rate, you can make sense of that. But at 144, 3x doesn't make a lot of sense. You would be going from 48 FPS up to 144. That's bare minimum. It can work, but it's bare minimum. So the question is, does ray tracing actually looks very good? I mean, we're dropping performance. Now the thing is, I'm gonna increase the resolution because I'm CPU bound anyway. So I'm gonna increase the resolution to 5120 by 2880. So let's see now. GPU utilization is 90%, 92, 94, and I get the same frame rate. Okay, does ray tracing looks great here? There's nothing special about this reflection I'm seeing right now from the building. I see that that's clipping on the recording. Oh, because that's on my monitor. This monitor is on the 400 nits mode. That's why it's clipping. Well, those reflections are not detailed at all. Let me see if I find the reflection. Okay, here's the Spider-Man reflection. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Let me go to a more glossy reflection. Okay, look at that. Look at the reflection of the street. The cars are like low polygon, like things are popping out, no shadows. Of course, if I turn off ray tracing, I get nothing. So this might be better. But yeah, look at those cars. This is very ugly. No shadows, nothing. Like a very low version of the game, basically. But yeah, it might be better if I turn it off, I get nothing. So that's something. And when you are just going over the city, then this might be good. Okay, I accept the. It is an option to consider. But because of ray tracing, I'm getting CPU bound. Now, if I reduce the range, if I reduce this object range down to like 6, the CPU bound improves a lot. I'm getting 133 frames now. So I accept it. I accept it. It makes sense to turn on ray tracing in this case, because I'm getting about the same frame rate with about the same resolution, and it does look potentially better. So yeah, you're right. But I mean, it better be usable. If you have a 5090, sometimes, right? I mean, if it's not usable with a 5090, what are we talking about here? It's like a scam. Oh man. Fit Girl is gonna help you with this one. Ray tracing might be improving the second Spider-Man. Yeah, it was definitely improved, and the performance is a lot. It's super demanding. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is so demanding. I was afraid to to open it for this stream. It is super demanding. Yeah, but this game looks amazing. I have to say, I really like how this game looks, and Spider-Man 2 looks amazing too. They both look absolutely incredible. Yeah, I do have the power to use ray tracing, but now again, I accept it. Like I'm not opposed to getting better graphics. Of course not. I'm getting very close to the performance I was getting, and now it looks better. It makes sense. I use it, but if otherwise, I wouldn't use it. So it needs to be better, and it needs to be. I accept a small performance loss, but not a big one. But yeah, it makes sense that I could lower the ray tracing a little bit, tweak it. That makes sense. You have to try path tracing. Well, path tracing is that's gonna lower that has to lower the performance way too much for my taste. Witcher 3 also, okay. Okay, Brandon, I think you're right about this one, okay? So I trust you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Black Myth Wukong. Of course, this game I was playing on stream the other day. It's not one of the best looking games, but I'm looking forward to playing it. I like the gameplay a lot. There are some games that I want to play. Really, I mean, Elden Ring. I want to mod Elden Ring with the DLSS mod, and then unlock the FPS, and then try NVIDIA smooth frame to see if I can go over 200. So I'm looking forward to that. If that really works well, I might start from the beginning. I want to play again Red Dead Redemption. Actually, let's open Red Dead Redemption, man. Do you want me to try anything else on this game before I close it? We have 100 people in the chat right now. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. Let me know if you want me to try anything else on this game. I think this game looks spectacular. I have to say, The Amazing Spider-Man and this one, I mean also Spider-Man 2, they are some of the most spectacular looking games ever. And I was happy playing this game, this one and The Amazing Spider-Man with my 3080. Now, Spider-Man 2 with the 3080 was looking amazing, running at 120 with frame gen. Okay, this one same, but it was a lot more demanding. So that one maybe, I need a little bit more power for the GPU. But those are not the games I was like, I really need a 5090. The game looks amazing. It looks amazing. If you have something like a 3080. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 with the Transformer model improved a lot. So you want me to try Uncharted? I tried Uncharted at the beginning. Show FPS. I want to show FPS, but for some reason it's not working. I will figure that out for the next stream. I don't know why I have the FPS counter on my screen, but it's not showing here. When I did the first stream, it was working in some games, and then in others it was not working. I don't know what's happening, why it works sometimes and other times it doesn't work. Red Dead can be run at 8K. Yeah. Good luck with that. I'll show you Red Dead 2 right now. Let me close this one. Let me close this one. And let's open Red Dead Redemption 2. AK. Good luck with that one. AK Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's try it. I'm gonna try Red Dead 2. Let's see. So I'm gonna try. Okay, Red Dead 2. I think I was trying. Oh wait, let me check the NVIDIA app settings because I think I was trying Red Dead 2 with NVIDIA's smooth frames. Let me make sure I get the real FPS. Okay. Do you get a black screen every time the game loads, or I change to full screen or something like that? I'm not sure if you're losing video. Okay, let me know. So let me check NVIDIA DLSS. I have the transformer model. Yeah, no frame gen on this one, no smooth motion. Okay. Okay, let me... The thing is, Red Dead has to be running... Okay, no? Okay, good. Yeah, definitely. I played the entire Red Dead 2 with the hardware and box settings. It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. But the list of settings is huge. I don't remember them, and when you open Red Dead, like you reinstall the drivers or something, I think the settings, they don't save. So I have right now, I don't have the hardware on box settings punched in. So let me try, see here, graphics. We change this to, we change it to 4K. See what we're getting with 4K max out settings. So 4K. Let me change this to borderless. HDR doesn't work on borderless, but let me see. Oh, why is this not? I don't see the... Okay, let me go accept. I don't see the 4K resolution. Okay, yes. Let me see. This is so weird. I mean, opening games like this live is so tough, man, because this... Okay, here it is. Because these games are sometimes buggy, like, you know. Let me get it stable before I present it. See, now I changed to full screen and now it's not 4K. Let me go again, 4K. Window borderless. Okay, let me go 4K full screen and then I'll try to change it back to borderless. Once it gets the 4K full screen, then I'll change it back and it should work. Okay, there we go. We have 4K full screen, 144, VSync on, and we have DLSS quality with the transformer model. HDR off for now. Because the thing is, if I have full screen, I cannot look at the chat or anything because unless... What is this HDR? Maybe if this is auto HDR. Let me change it to... Man, what a mess. It doesn't let me do borderless of 4K with... Okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna run the benchmark and then I'll read the comments. So let me go see if I can have your comments. Okay, let me go here. go, my face on a corner. I'm gonna open the game here. Red Dead Redemption. Wait, let me... Oh, this is messed up again. Okay, let me go full screen. Yes. And I run the benchmark, and then I'm gonna present. The benchmark is very long, so that gives me time. Okay. Now, we are at 4K, 144, full screen, HDR and everything. So let me now present. Okay, read that too. Here it is. Let's go. Run the bench. Well, now it's showing full screen for you, but I have it at 1440p for some reason. See, it's not showing a full screen for me. Oh, that's okay, man. You can see it at full screen there. Let me go for it. Okay, I'm gonna run the benchmark. Yeah, this games is a mess, man. When you open the games to get the settings right, like, oh yeah, all the settings are maxed out. Not all of them. The only one that's not maxed out is the water physics. But yeah, all the settings are maxed out. 4K DLSS quality with the transformer model. So let's see what we get. Good thing is the benchmark has the numbers though, so you can see the performance numbers. There you go. There you go. 80 frames per second, bro. GPU is max out. 80 FPS. My God. 80 FPS. You want to see more of that? Someone said 8K. This is not even 4K. We're getting 80 FPS. My God. 32 of VRAM is a dream. Right now we're using less than 10 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, you double with optimized settings usually. Yeah, we better double because right now this is not good at all. 100 FPS. On a 3080 you got 8K 30. Okay, let's try some optimized settings then. Let me close the benchmark. Yeah, this is nonsense right now. Okay. Okay, do you remember the optimized settings? I don't remember, man. The list is so long, but as you can see right now, this is all ultra settings, of course. That's why it runs so bad. I don't remember even the water physics is all the way up. Yeah, of course, that's why it runs. Manually overclocking the 5090. Why not? Let it blow. Let it blow. Increase all the power. Yeah, the hardware on box settings are very good. The thing is, it's gonna take me a long time to get all the right settings. I don't remember them. It's just a lot of them. Yeah, the game doesn't run fast with max out settings. What a surprise. So the thing is, why would you have Why would you push those settings if you cannot run them? Not even with a 5090. And this game was released way before this. I will copy and paste the settings. Okay. Okay, George is gonna copy and paste the settings. Let's go. Let's go. Copy this horror unbox settings. I will set them up. See if I remember. So lighting quality, I think it was like medium, or something like that. Shadow quality, probably not. Or global illumination, high or something. Far shadows, maybe. Reflection, high. How do I feel? I feel fantastic. I feel amazing. I mean, this is what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. Actually, I think this is better than what I was expecting. When it comes to the quality, I'm blown away. Again, I don't want to make videos being super like optimistic or hyping up, because you cannot buy it anyway and it's super expensive. But I am blown away. I'm so happy with this. Like I just want to play now. Like honestly, I just want to play games right now. I want to play, and I'm excited to replay games that I already play. So 5090 better than a 4090. You can't even get a 4090 anymore. Yeah, 4090s are also, I mean, super beyond. 4090s are beyond their MSRP. That's why Jensen said, okay, let's go. Texture, ultra. Okay, let's copy the settings here from George. Texture, ultra, anisotropic filter, lighting, medium. Okay. Okay, wait. So lighting quality, medium. So global illumination, high. Shadow quality high. Far shadow quality high. Ultra, this one. Reflection, medium. Mirror quality, ultra. Water quality, medium. Volumetrics, medium. Particle quality, ultra. Tessellation, ultra. Ultra TAA, medium. FSA. And then the advanced ones was near volumetric quality, low. Near volumetric quality, low. Far volumetric quality, medium. Let me see. Volumetric lighting quality, high. Unlocked volumetric right resolution on. Partial lighting quality, medium. Soft shadows, high. And then grass shadows off. MB off. MB off. Reflection, I would say 2x. Geometry level of detail 3 to 5. Oh, I lost it. I lost on this one. So many settings, man. It's crazy. Let me see, the MSIA is right here. Okay, so we're here. Geometry level of detail 3 of 5. 1, 2, 3. Grass 4 of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 quality high. Parallax occlusion mapping ultra. Decal quality ultra, then high. And that's it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's apply the settings. Yes. Now let's see if we can get 8K. Let's see if we can get 8K now. So let me change the resolution. See if we can go high. At least this. 5120 by 2880. See if we can do this one. Let's go. Let's do the benchmark. Run the benchmark. And see how it runs. Now that's considering that you can change all the settings and you don't have to restart the game or anything. Don't do 8K, just use DLAA. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption is definitely one of the best looking games. The only problem I had with Red Dead was the blurriness, but with the DLSS transformer model, that was fixed. Okay, let's see what we get now. Now we're getting 97 FPS. We're getting close to 100 frames. But it looks very sharp. It looks very, very sharp. A 100 frames. This looks very sharp. Yeah, I'm getting some stutters from the game going in and out of full screen and stuff. Yeah, 3 tessellation is on. Oh, 3 tessellation off. Okay, let me turn that off then. So that kills performance. Okay, let me go off with that. Three tessellation is off now. Yeah, here it is off. So let's run it. Let's run it now. See if we can get over 120. Yeah, I want to definitely get close to 144. Just makes the trees wide. Okay. I mean, the tessellation on this game is really good for the snow. This game is very, very impressive. Very impressive. No ray tracing, nothing. It looks amazing. I'm using an NVMe. Yeah. Okay, so now we're getting about the same performance. About the same, 103 frames. So I would maybe lower the DLSS to balance, maybe. Let me see if I can get 144. Although this game is difficult to get the performance when we are doing this 5120. Let me go DLSS balance, see if that DLSS balance and that. Let's see if we can get 144 now. If not, I'm gonna try I'm gonna try just 4K DLSS quality. $30 per frame. There you go. You want another frame? $30. That's Nvidia for you. 100 FPS, $3,000. You want another more frame? That's another 30. Another 30. Okay, let's see. Yeah, about the same. It's like 5 frames more. So 5 multiplied by 30. Oh, that's like $150. So we improve. We're saving $150 right now. But yeah, this might not be a terrible idea because it looks good. You have to have it full screen. Yeah, this might not be a terrible idea. I mean, if I was not streaming, maybe I would be getting like 6 frames more or something. Maybe more, I don't know. I tested this. I think 4K quality max out. I was getting like 165 frames. No. I don't remember. I don't think the stream is reducing the frame rate too much. But what I'm gonna do before the next stream, I'm going to calculate the percentage that we're missing with this, so I can tell you, what's going on. And I'm gonna figure out how to get the MSI Afterburner numbers showing on screen for every single game. And I have all your comments here on screen, even when I'm not highlighting them. If I highlight them, then the game gets messed up. Because this game is very sensitive. It has to be full screen, all of that. Yeah, I never max out anything. Actually, we just lower all the settings. So you lose 20% FPS when you stream. What do you have, a 4090? Now I have to say the clarity of the game is stellar. The DLSS transformer model with DLDSR, it's just a beauty, man. It looks amazing. I'm looking for the defects. Oh, look, we got a stutter there. We got a big stutter. I'm looking at the fine details to see if I see. Yeah, I can see some shimmering. Yeah, those lines at the pole, they were shimmering. So yeah, we're getting 115. The GPU is at 95%. Another stutter, so it's not very smooth. For some reason, it's stuttering. But it looks very sharp, man, I have to say. I've never seen Red Dead Redemption look like this. It is because of the transformer model. It's not the 5090, the 3080. When I updated to a transformer model, it was looking amazing. The thing is, with the 3080, of course, I cannot get this FPS, this level of performance. So Saint Denis is not a good place. Well, Saint Denis is very demanding. Let's see what we get at the end. We're very close to it. So do you think the X12 performs worse? I think, yeah. So I average like 105. Oh look, 114 average. But you see the stutters, minimum 38 FPS. There was a big stutters. So this game has stuttering issues with DLSS and DirectX 12. Also Vulkan. The X12 is very unstable for crashing. DLAA is surprisingly low performance hit. Okay, let me try 4K DLAA. I might have to force the DLAA on the NVIDIA app though. I'm gonna lower this to 4K. 4K, and let's see if I can change these to. See, it's only quality. I have to force the DLAA on the NVIDIA app. Let me close this. Let me. Okay, so we have 100 people in the chat. Thank you very much for checking out the stream, man. It's 12:52 a.m. already. But I don't have to work tomorrow, so that's good. Oh, I do have to work. Man. I have a meeting tomorrow. Nothing else. Just have to be there 8 a.m. and go back home. That's crazy. Oh man, that really sucks. That happens once in a blue moon, but I do have it tomorrow. Man, I thought I was gonna sleep the morning. I don't have to work. It's just go to a meeting, for, one of those meetings, and then go back after like half an hour, 1 hour meeting. They go back home. I am cooked. So let me force DLAA on the NVIDIA app, and let me see if it looks better actually than what we were doing before. If I can notice a difference. So we're gonna override. We're gonna override this to DLAA 100%, and we're gonna do 4K. Now we can do smooth motion, but 144 hertz here, that's not gonna help. So let me go. Open the game again, and I can see your comments. Sometimes I cannot highlight them because it messes up the game. So now it's opening. Did it open and load and all of that? I have to increase my left side too. I have the monitor right here. So let's go to settings. Okay, let me get my face out of the way. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, look, you can see the afterburner numbers now. See, I didn't do anything. I did not change anything. Why can't I see the afterburner numbers now? How can I figure this out? if things, when things get fixed without you doing anything, how do you know what happened? How to get a consistency? Man, that's PC gaming for you. My God. Okay, so now I have 4K, but it is borderless, so I'm gonna change to full screen, see if it gets. Now if I change to full screen, maybe the afterburner numbers are gonna go away. Let me see. No, you can still see them. Okay. So we have 4K. Okay, well, is this crash or what? No, when I click on the, okay. Let's go. So we have 4K DLAA and optimized settings from Hardware Unbox. So let's see what frame rate we can get here. We have the afterburner numbers. That's better now. Now I cannot see your comments because also when the game changes to full screen and all that stuff, the windows I have on this monitor, they change position and stuff. So you think this is easy what I'm doing right now? Things are changing dynamically and I have no control over it. Right now I was able to see your chat, now they disappear. And if I click here to see your chat, then the game gets messed up. Okay, so right now it's a very interesting comparison because I'm getting the same frame rate, same performance. So the question is, does this look better? 4K DLAA, does that look better than 1.75x DLDSR with DLSS quality? Or no, I had balance actually. I think it was balanced. Same performance. This looks better. Let me see once it gets to Saint Denis. Let me see. Because now on the darkness it's difficult to see. It looks great though. Let's see when it gets to the daytime. There's some minor color banding. It's smoothed out, not that bad, but there's some minor color banding on the HDR there. So we got 127 FPS, 50. Also notice how cool is the GPU. Sometimes it goes up to 70 Celsius, but it takes time to get it up there. So I think because the benchmark is going in and out, it is loading new things. You see the GPU is at 56 Celsius. Almost 2800 megahertz. I usually get 2800. This one is lower. And the VRAM, 9 gigabytes. So nothing. There you go. So let's see now. Does this looks better than DLDSR? Well, I got a stutter there. That's not great. I don't remember this benchmark stuttering at all. So something is going on with that. I don't know if this looks better. Let me see the fine. So I'm looking for the fine lines at the pole. See if I see shimmering now or if it's better now. It's shimmering. And I got a big stutter again. No, this is better anti-aliasing, man. This is better anti-aliasing because I remember specifically those poles that we just passed. I noticed there was more shimmering with the previous setup than with this one. So same frame rate, same performance, but this one I think looks better. This one, it looks different when it comes to the sharpness, maybe because DLDSR has a sharpness slider, so it depends where you set the sharpness slider, so it might look sharper depending on your setting. But I think this has better anti-aliasing and it looks more natural. So I will go with this one instead of the DLSR with DLSS balance setup that we got. So I like this. It looks amazing. But we're getting some stutters that was not in the plans. Now again, I would try to get 144. I'm not getting 144. I would lower the settings more. So that shows you. Yeah. 5090, oh, max out settings. You don't have to worry about optimization anymore. Wrong. You do have to worry about it. the games don't run well enough. So you see some stutters, and the thing is, the stutters are like, you see 36 frames. So that is very the same as last time. So something is causing that stutter. Let me open another game. Let me read your comments because I was not able to see it. Your 8K with balance might have been the same internal resolution. So I would have to create an 8K resolution, all of that. Yeah, consistency and PC gaming don't mix. It's the Wild West, man. Yeah, DLSS transformer for Red Dead was absolutely incredible. You can pay $850 for my 5090 if I want to ship it to you. Let's go. I think that's a great deal. Let's go. Let's try. Okay, let me see what else we have to try. I think I should try Jedi Survivor now, see if it works. And if it doesn't work, we finish the stream there. Man, we have 100 people in the chat. Let me try Jedi Survivor, man. I wanted to show you this. Before I open it, let me change the, well, that's where we are. We are 5120 by 2880. We are using the DLSS resolution here. I'm gonna open Jedi Survivor. Let's see if we have luck. Coño. I mean, sometimes the PC gaming gets complicated, man. Sometimes it's not working, and some people might get just pissed up and just do something radical like that. Red Dead 2 has native DLA support. When you turn it on, it is ultra quality in the menu as a setting. Okay. Thing is CPU bound. No, CPU was yeah, in some cases I am CPU bound for sure, but I've been telling you when I am CPU bound. I've been telling the GPU utilization percentage. Let me, okay, we are, let me get it, 5120 by 2880. Woo! This game is using 16 gigabytes with these settings, and we're using DLSS quality with that. But let me tell you, this is running better than Red Dead Redemption. Let's open the game. Let's go continue. Let me present this game right here. Man, this second stream has been so much more with some difficulties, but these settings for OBS are definitely better than what I was using before for 4K SDR. These settings are better. So let me reduce this. Let's go. Okay. And now you can see the afterburner numbers. So this is great. Why do I have 55 frames per second? Huh. Oh, because I was locking the frame rate to 60 with Game Motion Plus before, and I was not streaming. I might have to lower this. Let me, oh, maybe I lower the shadows. Yeah, I lowered some settings, that's what happened. So I lower the shadows, these visual effects. Do you know if there is like a performance killer setting here in Jedi Survivor? Let me know if there is a performance killer here. Post processing. Let me know if there is any setting here I should kill. I'm gonna go with post processing low. I think it looks better anyway. It's post processing. Oh yeah, I know my rest is. Yeah, I want to use this resolution. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you because this game is kind of blurry. So this is another of those examples where I wanted to show. Yeah, let's go with that. I wanted to show, hey, if you're thinking on upgrading the GPU to fix the games, you know, this is what I wanted to do, to get a better image quality. Oh, it's freeze. Game is frozen. View distance and foliage. Well, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Oh, I know. Maybe I have to click on the screen. Wait. Let me get the comment out of the page. I think the game might crash. Yeah, that's not. This game is gonna crash the entire stream again, man. Man, it was working when I tested the game before. Let me close it. It doesn't want to work. Let me open something else. Man. Let me change the resolution back to 4K. And I'm going to. So we're using fast sync on the control panel. Let me see what other game. Okay, let me show you this. This looks amazing. Let me show you something. Let's maybe finish on a positive note. I'm gonna show you high on life with the settings, with the native HDR settings not native, with the major paint the cactus settings I use. You see how this game looks. Now I have some save files for this game. Let me see if I can find them real quick, because when I give me a second here. Okay, here it is. So I just need to find. Oh, here it is. So I just found my save files. Let me go here. So I can load where the part where the CD is and all of that. Because every time you reinstall Windows or something, sometimes one save file doesn't work, and so I have to find out. I have to replace it. Let me replace it here real quick. So we have okay, here it is. I'm gonna get it. Okay, so now for this game, I installed the Major Paint the Cactus add-on, and then I uninstall it. So let me see if I have to uninstall it again. If I have to install it again, so I on live. This game looks absolutely amazing. One of the best looking games I have running on my PC. It runs like a dream with optimized settings. It runs like a dream. It looks amazing. This was the game where I dropped a tear when I saw how this game was looking on a 5090 with a 360 hertz monitor. It just looks brutally fast, responsive. I mean, it's just amazing, this game. And I highly recommend it. Highly recommend this game. So now we have... Yeah, so let me get this reshade installed. And I have the settings saved, and if not, then I remember the settings anyway. So I want to show you this game, especially on HDR right now. This stream is on HDR, so you see the colors. It's just a beauty. I highly recommend you this game. If you have a QD OLED, highly recommend you try these settings I'm gonna show you with reshade and everything. Just copy these settings. Trust me, you're gonna be blown away. Let me find it. It looks so good. I rarely play a game two times. I was actually almost at the end of beating it for the second time because it looks so good on the QD OLED. And now with the 5090, I'm gonna finish that second playthrough and I might play it again. Also because it's funny. So I'm going to uninstall and then install it again. So I'm installing reshade on High on Life real quick. Okay, let me show you this part. Let me open this window capture. I'm gonna show you this reshade. Boom. Let me see if this pops on screen. Where is this window capture? Huh. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Let me... Okay, so here it is, the reshade installation. So I just selected the game executable, and now I'm going to install the effects. So I uncheck all of them and go down to install the... I'm gonna install this one. Advanced Auto HDR by Pumbo, and I'm going to install Reshade HDR shaders by Lilium, tone mapping, all these, except the film grain stuff. And that's it for this one. That's all I'm gonna do. And then, oh, there's an OBS capture driver which overrides the one from OBS chips and will be able to give more control over the frame to send images to OBS. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I might try that. So we have this shader toggler, which I'm gonna use to remove the HUD elements on the game. And this one, Auto HDR by Endlessly Flowering, original Major Paint the Cactus. So we're done with that. Finish. That's it. So now I'm gonna open the game. We have to open it 2 times. First, the first time you open it, it's not gonna work. You have to open it a second time. So, new program to test CRT emulation. Oh, actually, Hybrid sent me an email. There is a new program that will be most likely that, well, this worked already. So it works already and all my settings are saved here already. So let me show a game. Game capture. Okay, so let me show this. Let's go. See if it works. Okay, there you go. So let me check the settings here. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so let me check the settings for HDR. We have, oh, here, target brightness. I set it to 1500 before the stream. I'm gonna set it to 1000. There you go. You can copy the settings from here. These are the settings I'm using. SDR sRGB. That's the input colors. That's the game is originally SDR sRGB. And then I set this to 350. You can set it between 300 and 350. And then this, apply gamma HDR SC RGB. And because this major paint the cactus add-on, this is what we're doing. We're using this. Well, actually, that was not working. So I have to enable it here. No, actually, I have to enable it here, and then I might have to, I think I have to restart the game for this to work. Yeah, this is not looking the same. Let me restart the game. I'll show you this. This game looks insane. I'll show you, especially for HDR. And this stream is HDR, so I can actually show you how it looks on HDR. Let's see if it works now. It's working now. Now, for some reason, I cannot see the chat now sometimes. Let me change to borderless. You see what happened there? I had to, okay, so full screen, and let's go 3840 by 2160, apply. See, okay, I can see the chat now. So let me show you the settings I'm using here. These are optimized settings. Oh no, it didn't save it. It did not save my optimized settings. I think it was the post-processing down to medium. That's what kills the performance. So that might be okay. That might be enough. But I also set these two to high, I think this was the optimized settings. I don't remember. I took a picture. I can just test it again, but let's go. Let me show you this game. So you said you got an email from, okay. So Hybrid sent me an email. Look at this, man. My God. This game is beautiful on HDR. Let me make my face. Make my face smaller. Okay. And okay. So let me make my face smaller here. So I was saying, I got an email from Hybrid. There's a program that's new, that's working right now for video content, and it will get updated soon to work for games. And that's the program that will get the CRT simulation first, most likely. I forgot the name of the program. But I will let you know. I would tell you right now, I just don't remember. It was an app on Steam, actually. It's new. Something was created new, like very recently. So it is in the works right now. So now I'm getting some stutters, maybe because, you know, Unreal Engine shader compilations for a moment here. It should go away. This is not performing as good as it should. 150 frames. I don't know why this is not performing as good as. Probably because I'm doing the stream. I was expecting like over 200 here. Yeah, probably the stream is demanding, man. I have to figure out what is the percentage differential. Man, but this looks absolutely amazing. Is it because I have the DLSS override or something? Let me see. What's going on here? Maybe the... Oh, let me see. DLSS ultra quality. Yeah, that's what I use. Okay, well, it's 144 almost locked. So I could lock the frame rate to 144. Actually, it would be better. Let me see, 144. Boom. I can 144. No, it's not locking the frame rate for some reason. Okay, now it is. Oh, it's dropping. Well, this doesn't perform like this, man. The stream is definitely affecting it. But look at the colors on this thing. Look at the colors on this game. With this mod I'm using. It's just one of the most beautiful things I've seen on this TV. On this QD OLED TV. It's just amazing. The colors. I'm not talking about the 5090. Just the HDR colors with these settings. Okay, now it is stable. Oh no, it's going down again. Oh, let me try. Oh, I know. Let me try the... I am using on the RTSS the NVIDIA Reflex. Let me go back to async and see if that fixes the performance. No, I'm getting some weird drops for some reason. So let me remove the cap. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. This game performs like a dream, but probably the stream is affecting it. So Vint supports BF5 strobing and CRT scan out beam emulation based on the work of Blurtbusters. Is that the name of the program? Maybe, but I don't remember it. The name. Let me see if I can find the email here real quick. Wait, I'm gonna tell you. Let me find the email. Let me find the email here. Oh no, this is not the email. I will have to log in on this one. No, this is not the email that the Gmail account that I received the email from Hybrid. I have it on my phone. I will share. I just searched on Steam CRT. Okay, well that's probably the one then. That's probably the program I'm talking about. So that program might be the one that finally gets the CRT simulation. I'm using OBS for the stream. I'm not sure if it's better, Streamlabs is better or OBS. But yeah, it is demanding. I mean, I'm getting 144 frames. I don't know why I'm getting these drops here. I don't get these drops ever. Something is going on. But yeah, let me tell you, just the HDR, forget about the 5090. Look at this. And I'm streaming on HDR. You can see these colors. This is just ferocious, man. Ferocious. You see this? Here on my QD OLED, this color, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Super, super colorful, bright and colorful. Look at this. This reflection here in green. It's a beauty. All these bright, colorful highlights are amazing. This game looks amazing. But yeah, it's stuttering like crazy, as you can see here on the graph. For some reason. Let me see if I lock to 120 if it gets rid of the stuttering. Let me see. Let me try. If not, then there might be something wrong going on. Okay, we got 120 locked. I'm still getting stuttering. Yeah, something is going on. Probably the streaming. I have to figure out better settings maybe. Of course, getting a second PC will fix it, but man, it's gonna have to wait a lot. It's gonna have to wait. But yeah, this game looks unbelievable, man, on HDR. Look at this thing. The colors. When you get a QD OLED and you start to look at these solid colors, my God, that looks good. All the colors, when you have solid colors like this with the uniformity of QD OLEDs, and the HDR here where you see all these signs popping, it's a beauty. Yeah, this game is super funny. I might stream this game. Okay, let me see. Okay, here's Hybrid. Let me punch him. Okay, here it is. OBS is very taxing, but it is high quality. That's why streamers get 2 PCs. It will cause frame drops. Maybe try disabling HDR or lowering quality settings. Yeah. OBS is definitely, we're losing a lot of performance. But, regardless, there's no way I can show you what I see in front of me, not even with a second PC. So the point of this stream is not to show you accurate performance numbers. Of course not, because we are limited by YouTube, by the platform. So even if I had a second streaming PC, I cannot show you, beyond 60 FPS. And the bit rate is always gonna be a factor. There's no way you can see exactly the sharpness and the clarity that I see in front of me. So rely on my description. When I tell you this looks like perfect, I would say. Like, I have no complaints at all. Like, if all the games look like this, I would be happy. That's it. And this game is not perfect. It has some, some defects, but the clarity of the game is absolutely amazing. And the colors with these HDR settings that I share, man, again, if you have a QD OLED, get this game, try these settings, you'll see what I'm telling you. It's just ferocious. Okay. Okay, let me see. Streaming. The thing is that I don't even know which. I think I'm using the right encoder and all that stuff. Actually, let me do this. Let me show you my OBS settings. Let me show you my OBS settings. So if any of you know better, you can tell me. I'm gonna show you before we end the stream, because I have to go to sleep tomorrow. I have to be in a meeting early. Let me try. So OBS doesn't let me present their own screen. I have to. So I have to present the screen, the whole screen instead. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to present the screen. Media. Window capture. That's what I've been trying. Display capture. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the OBS settings. So I'm gonna do this display capture. So I'm going to select this one. Now this is gonna look a little bit weird because you're gonna see a picture inside a picture. Now you can see, let me get this behind my face. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the settings I'm using in OBS. Look, if you know better, let me know. So here, advanced, appearance, stream. So I'm using for HDR, YouTube, HLS. And I was using the same for the previous stream to have the game on HDR and then stream on SDR. Maybe I should have changed that one. If you use AV, the best one for image quality, you'll be using the GPU. Okay, so let me go and show you the rest of the settings. So the output right now is the video bit rate is set to 20,000 kilobits per second. And it's recommending me a maximum of 51,000. So I have it set to 20,000. I think I'm getting stuttering otherwise. And then for HDR, I'm using this hardware, HVENC, which is H265 for HDR. I think I would have to change it to 264 for SDR. And then, well, these are the rest of the settings. Slow, good quality. And see what else. Video 1440p for this stream. For the previous one, I was using 4K on SDR. And these are the settings. Color format P010. This is the only one that works with HDR. Rec 2100 PQ. SDR white level 200 and PIC 1000. So let me see what you guys saying. If you have any recommendations. Someone wants me to get a 9950X 3D. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not rich, man. Slowly. Okay, so from these settings, I'll try to reach out. The thing is, it's very difficult to find the right contact. When you find the right contact, everything is easy. A lot easier. I mean, the channel is big enough already. I'm telling you, if I find the right contact, from AMD or any of these companies, we can get products. We can get products. We are already at that level. I mean, we're doing this stream right now. Right now we have 75, 74 in the chat. We had over 100 on the chat. We are big already. Big enough already. We just need to find the right contact. So if you find it, let me know. Do you have video AV1 in encode? I don't know. Where is that? Let me see. Let me know where that is. Stream output. Encode preset. No, I just have this. Maybe if I go to advanced, these are the simple settings, but I cannot go to advanced right now because I'm streaming. I have to upgrade the 5090. I'm gonna have to call Jensen and say, hey, do you have something better for me there? Use a 4090 for streaming and game with a 5090. No compromise. Let's go. So, don't know which encoder he uses, but he has shown video proof with a 9950X, 7900 XTX Threadripper, 4090. Well, that's some high-end stuff. Yes, the stuttering is weird. A weak and old? So my 5800X 3D is weak and old already? You think that GPU monitoring? Okay, let's try to, let's see. The thing is, if I disable the afterburner number, how do I know? So I will, yeah, let me get this out of the way already. I show you the settings here. So let me get this display capture out of the way. So, okay, let me close the MSI afterburner. So we closed the afterburner already. Let's see. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to feel the stutter now. Yeah, it is a stutter. Let me show the, you cannot see the NVIDIA numbers. 143, 61. Yeah, it is stuttering. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. Nothing's perfect. I'll try. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking I don't need anything really with this setup because FrameGen to the rescue. We use FrameGen. Every time I'm CPU bound, I use FrameGen. I don't even need more than 60. With my TV, I get 60 FPS and I double the frame rate with Game Motion Plus. Let me turn it off in settings, not display monitoring. Turn off. So you mean turn off on MSI settings? I have VSync enabled. 59 is murdering the CPU when I'm not looking. 5090 is a beast. GPU is just a beast. So let me. Okay, we have locked to 144. See those stutters? I've never seen that before on this game. Oh well. Yeah, I have VSync enabled. Yeah, the difference with the Gen 4 and Gen 5 is like 3 frames. 2-3 frames. It doesn't make any difference. I've seen videos about that already. So yeah, this game looks amazing. But yeah, I have to figure out that starting part. So let me close it. Yeah, we'll finish the stream. I have to go to sleep. Yeah, thank you very much for. Oh, you mean afterburner settings monitoring on tick GPU? Okay, let me see. But if I do that, then I have no. Then I would not see the GPU numbers, right? Yeah, if I do that, I don't get any GPU stats. Okay, well, thank you very much, man. Let's leave it there. I have to go to sleep. If I don't sleep anything today, then tomorrow is gonna be crap, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything else. So let's leave it there. Thank you very much. I'll try to figure out better settings for next one, and of course, I'm gonna do videos, not only live streams. I'm gonna make a video on everything. I'm gonna make a video about MFG, of course, to see if it can really predict the future. Of course, MFG on the 360 hertz monitor, so I can really see MFG. The regular 2X, I'm gonna make a video about NVIDIA's smooth motion, compare that with the Samsung Game Motion Plus. We're gonna talk about is ray tracing. Gonna make a video dedicated to ray tracing. Ray tracing on a 5090. It makes no sense. Of course, I'll show an example that makes sense. Like, that Spider-Man example, that was okay. Yeah, I wanna stream every time I have a chance. Just try to do just gameplay and then just chat, and then we'll get better at it. You're the most passionate in the image quality scene right now. I'm not the most passionate, but I'm living the dream right now. Living the dream. Happy with my 5090. It gave me 2 bias and I broke both of them real quick. Yeah, we brick the 5090 in less than 5 minutes. Just plug it in. We quickly updated the BIOS and both of them, and we brick it. Thank you very much. So yeah, I have a lot of videos coming, but again, this is not going to be me. Oh, look how amazing a 5090 is. Yeah, it is amazing. It's $3,000. Impossible to buy. It's a myth. I was lucky that someone sent it to me. Someone was brave enough to send it to me. Of course, I sent the money immediately. But someone else reached out to me and he was afraid to send it because he thought it was a big risk. It is, but yeah. And I'm very happy. But again, I don't believe too much in deserving. I don't believe I deserve the 5090 more than any of you. I'm just another one of you. I have a YouTube channel though. So I can make content. I can, maybe help out with answering some questions or some guidance. But I think everyone deserves a 5090. Thank you very much, George. The night is dark and full of stutters. Yeah, so we're gonna come back tomorrow. Let me see if I can sleep after I come back from that meeting. one of those that you're not expecting. It happens once in a blue moon, but when it happens, it's a pain. I thought I was gonna sleep the morning. That's why I was doing this so late. But it is what it is. So tomorrow I'm going to stream, but tomorrow I want to make a video before I do the stream. Because I have to say, thank you very much for the support, the super chats and everything. But for the channel, the individual videos are the most important thing for the channel to grow, to get more subscribers, and more views and everything. Videos are the most important thing. The thing is, I like live streams more. That's the thing. I prefer live streams than videos. But I have to do videos too. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, everyone knows that waking up early sucks, especially when you were not expecting it. I won't be out until 2027 or 2028. Just time for the 1690, bro. Can you imagine that? So yeah, thank you very much, man, for checking out the stream. Thank you very much for the super chat, George, and everyone. This was great. Despite all the issues, I want to get better at this so we get less issues, and I want to do more live streams. We're gonna do more videos too. So thank you very much. Drop a comment on the stream. What would you like to see? Video wise or live streams? What would you like me to cover or talk about? And let's leave it there. You plan to use the 5090 for the next 7 years. Let's go. So you got your 5090 too? Happy for you, man. It's amazing. GPU is just a beast. But the games are still messed up. There's no way around it. Some games are just messed up. And sometimes PC gaming, you get some stutters. I mean, look at that Red Dead stuttering like crazy. Let's go. So yeah, thank you very much, man. You guys take care. Have a good one. And see you tomorrow. My friend Jen on GTA 5. Let's go. Let's play GTA 5 for the 6th time.